Back in April, the Thailand National Football Federation had rejected a request from India to play a friendly. They thought that India is not a good enough team for them to play a friendly against. For a long time, head coach Stephen Constantine has said that he'll shut his critics with the performance on the field. And what a performance it was, with India winning 4-1 through a brace by Sunil Chhetri and a goal apiece by Anirudh Thapa and JJ Lal Peklua. Well, that 4-1 win against Thailand, did you or anyone expect this?
If anyone expected that, I really want to meet that person, because everything before this tournament pointed towards India having a tough time.
Yeah.
And I don't think anybody expected India to play the kind of football they did in the second half yesterday. The first half was the same old long balls to two small guys up front, but the second half was so good. We pressured them so well, we pressed high up the pitch, there was attacking football, the wingers was superb. So it was a fantastic performance, a very well deserved victory, and I think that goal at the start of the second half really killed Thailand, because they went into the break 1-1 on a high and were playing the better football in the first half. So they'd have had a plan to come out in the second half, play a certain way to get the win, and that plan's out of the window when Sunil Chhetri gets that second goal. And it was two beautiful goals as well from Anirudh Thapa and JJ as well. So overall, unexpected but fantastic win, thoroughly deserved.
However, the build-up to this match was marred by some small issue involving the captaincy. Stephen Constantine named Gurpreet Singh Sandhu as the captain instead of Sunil Chhetri. Do you think Sunil Chhetri is affected anyhow by this?
If the performance on the pitch was any evidence last night, he wasn't. And it's clear, I mean, the armband can be with anyone, but he is the leader of this side. He is the guy that everyone looks up to. He is the talisman. I mean, Constantine's always said that he's got 4 or 5 leaders in the squad, and the armband will keep going around those 4 or 5 people. But with Sunil Chhetri, one thing that when he gets on the pitch, he wants to win, and it doesn't matter if he has the armband or what. He is the most senior most player in this side, and he will always be the talisman as long as he's there. So I don't think it made much of a difference to him whether or not he had the armband. But somewhere down the line, I'm pretty sure even Gurpreet Singh Sandhu is a little embarrassed. Like, how am I captain when he's around?
Well, that about the game against Thailand, but India have a tricky match up next. They play the host UAE in Abu Dhabi again. UAE are coming off a 1-1 draw with Bahrain, and they were pretty lucky to get that draw, to be honest, because they got a handball which was not supposed to be given a penalty, and somehow they have 1 point in this group A. Although India are leading the group, Bahrain and UAE are very strong, and they can catch up to India and could hamper India's qualification to the next round. So that is why this match against UAE becomes vital for them. How do you think that is going to pan out?
See, UAE are going to be tough. All the pre-tournament indications were that they were the strongest team in the group. Obviously, they've not had the greatest run of results under Alberto Zaccheroni. They've won 6 of their last 19 games. They've scored 11 goals in those 19 games. And oppositions have had clean sheets in 11 of those 19 games. So the UAE will hugely miss Omar Abdul Rahman. He is probably the best attacking midfielder in Asia. He's out with an anterior cruciate ligament injury, so they hugely missed him in the first game as well. Because their midfield was 3 defensive midfielders who are all pretty good players, but none of them offered what Omar Abdul Rahman can offer them. You know, so in the absence of Omar Abdul Rahman, they've had to try to get creativity from somewhere else. They've tried to push their best striker Ali Makhut a little bit further behind so that he can create, but he's not as good a creator as he is a goal scorer. He's among the best goal scorers in Asia. So it's not going to be easy for India. UAE are a superb side, very physical, brilliantly organized in defense as well. But I think India, if they go into it with a game plan like Bahrain did, they sat back, they defended really well and then hit UAE on the counter. And if India can use the pace they have, they've got pace. They've got Ashik Kurunian, who's fantastic against Thailand. They got Udanta. Udanta has had probably the 3 most consistent months of his career so far. Halichar and Nazir has played really well. There's always Sunil Chhetri who will lurk around. So if India can use the counter-attacks well, I really do think that we can get something out of this, but as always, it's going to be very, very difficult. UAE are a very good side.
So who are the players to watch out for,
Yeah.
apart since Abdul Rahman is not?
Yeah, so I mentioned Ali Mabkoot already. Fantastic striker. Somehow manages to score more for his club, Al Jazeera, than he does for the UAE national team. Khalfan Mubarak, who plays for the same club as Mabkoot, is a very, very good creative player. He wasn't great against Thailand, he wasn't great against Bahrain, but again, a very good player. They've got a really good right back who's got fantastic engine on him, bombs up and down the flank. His name's Bandar El Ababi. So I think they've got the players to hurt India. They've got a very strong centre back pairing as well with Khalifa Mubarak and Faraz Juma. So they've got quality all over the pitch. They were semi-finalists in the Asian Cup 4 years ago. So it's not going to be easy for India. And even though India won their first game, UAE haven't. UAE will still go into the game as favourites.
Okay, so India still have a chance to qualify even if they lose this game, because the 4 teams who are the best third place teams in the group can make the next round. And let's hope it doesn't get to that and India can pull off a win and create a major upset against UAE. That's it from us in this episode of Indian Football Roundup. Tune in to our coverage on the entire Asian Cup. Log into Sportskeeda and keep a lookout for our videos. Thank you.